6 out of 10 Republicans recommend FTR Radio to everyone they know. The other 4 are rhinos. FTR Radio. Online at FTRradio.com. FTR Radio salutes some of the great Democrat presidents in the radio era. FTR Radio.
You're listening to Liz and Taylor.
Alright, so why can't I get another tattoo? Come on.
Because you get another tattoo, then you start talking another gun.
But not the movie star. The battling duo from the right war on FTR Radio.
Oh, come on.
You're the one who said it.
That was a joke. Partially.
Enlist in the right war. Won't cost you nothing. Not as good as military service. But it's got to count for something, right?
Good evening, folks. Thank you for listening to FTR Radio. This is The Right War. I'm Liz Harrison. And I've got Taylor here. Should I even bother chaining?
It's not my fault this time.
No, it isn't. See, I've got an empty chair here.
You got the chains on the empty chair.
Yeah, I got the chains on the empty chair. The empty chair is supposed to have our illustrious leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
So apparently he is busy. So we'll just chain the empty chair until he arrives, and then we'll chain him up.
He's big timing us.
No, he's not. He's got issues.
Well, we know he has issues.
Yeah.
So, Duke, what'd you think of how the Cowboys did against the Lions a few weeks back? Oh, I Taylor, I thought that was absolutely the right call. That there shouldn't have been a pass interference at all.
I think he's overdosing on the spandex.
Overdosing on the spandex.
Which,
why
by
is he
the
overdosing
way,
on the
is
spandex?
what you are supposed to explain.
Oh, that's right. Well, see, I was hoping that he'd, be here so that I could explain it. But since he's not, I'll just go ahead and explain it anyway.
Okay.
So, earlier tonight, he said that... Let me find the tweet. I have to find the tweet, because, see, that's the only way that I'll be able to explain it. And I have a lot of mentions in my... I have a lot of mentions regarding computers right now. Because, I swear my Commodore computer is, worse than his.
Your Commodore's worse than Duke's.
Something, you've got it. Yes, you've got it in front of me. You tell me what he's supposed to say, or what I'm supposed to answer.
Well, it seems that Matt Walsh...
Oh, here you go. I found it.
Yeah.
On tonight's Right War, Taylor talks about how he's going to send a picture of him in yoga pants to Matt Walsh. Only on FTR Radio.
Yeah, unfortunately, Duke didn't specify who was going to have to pay the bill for all of the eye bleach.
Oh, I'm letting a certain for-profit person in California do it.
Oh?
Yeah.
Who's that?
A simple an unmentioned for-profit person in California. I'll let them do it. I'm not mentioning who it is.
Really?
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. Or at least,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some hateful
Yeah,
for-profit person.
The for-profit person in California. We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there.
Well, for-profit people in California remind me of my transcendentalism.
Oh?
Yes, they do.
How so?
Well, it's well known if you're goofy and actually somewhat literate and educated.
Mm-hmm.
You know this quote. It just leaps to your mind. Nothing in the world, indeed nothing even beyond the world, can possibly be conceived which could be called good without qualification, except a good will. For anybody who wants to go and look it up, that's basically Immanuel Kant. German philosophy.
Right.
Transcendentalism. The general philosophy that involves self-reflection and self-improvement. Arguably the great-grandfather of all of the self-help books. Because there are no new ideas under the sun. They just make them much easier for the general public to understand them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this is the man whose philosophies end up in all of the little self-help books. It's just they say it in smaller words.
Right.
And easier to understand sentences. But there are certain hateful people out in California that make a point of saying that they follow dear old Emmanuel. I find it amusing because, unfortunately, they don't seem to be able to live by what they say they believe in. But hey, whatever. This is filed under Judge Not Lest Ye Be Judged. That's a little bit older, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, everyone should be very afraid when Liz ends up getting into the whole academic stuff, because that can get really, really dangerous. Run in fear. You only get it here on the I was ready to say the other station, on From the Right Radio. You get your little dose of high-minded, literate education that involves philosophy, ethics, and theology. Wow. All in under 2 minutes. Don't you feel so much better?
Yeah.
I think the spandex got to my brain, too.
Potamoose. Trying to decipher where we're at here. For-profit in California. So, Romney, eh? No, not quite.
No, not Romney. And
Bear
of
got
course,
in the chat room. I can't even.
No, we all know Cal Becker, the hate blogger. This is another hate blogger. So, and people around here like to pick on him. CJ. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I think that
Metallica showed up at the LA Kings versus the San Jose Sharks game tonight. Drop the puck.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, what was it that I was seeing the other day? Motley Crue and Alice Cooper showed up and were slumming at Fox and Friends.
Were they?
Yes, they were. I didn't get to see the segment, but apparently Motley Crue is doing a farewell tour.
Yeah, they are.
Not to be confused with the single show farewell tour of the Grateful Dead. So, whatever that means.
Yes, they actually did show up on Fox and Friends.
Yeah. That's something I never thought I'd see. The Alice Cooper I can get, but Motley Crue not so much. And Kiss, for that matter, I could see showing up there because, Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What I thought was really funny was when on Fox Business they had the lead singer of Disturbed on once, talking business. They had David Draymond on, talking business. And he did a really good job.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, look at Gene Simmons. If you're in the music industry and you do not teach yourself or go to some place, whether it's a school or, engage in online courses or something, to learn business, this is filed under you're really, really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because think back, my parents and I, we used to be fully aware of this. We saw it on a regular basis. Back in the 50s and 60s, you had all of these, quote, rock stars that would get totally screwed because they didn't know about business. They would have horrible people managing them that would make sure that they had control over these people's music. So who would get the royalties? Well, it wasn't the artist. It was the evil agent or the evil manager or somebody, the record company. Anybody but the person who actually did the hard work. So, yeah, it's filed under lesson learned. If you're in the music industry, you know the industry or you don't last and you don't do well. So, yeah. I understand. And honestly, that's the way it's becoming when it comes to just about anything out there. That's why I always say, every college major, I don't care what it is, should have accounting, business, psychology, sociology. And it would be really good if they also have business and contract law. You should not be able to graduate from college without at least those classes, and I don't care what you're going to school for. That should be part of the core curriculum.
Lunatic Rex just asked, wouldn't that be Eastern philosophy and porn movies?
Oh, he had to bring up porn movies because I was looking at Facebook, which I really shouldn't do before a show because this never ends well. HuffPost did a story that arguably will probably be latched onto by Mariah or Missy for the kink type show on Friday night. But they had a feature about somebody doing a video on workers in a dildo factory.
Oh, wow.
I am loving the juxtaposition, by the way, because over at the Blaze you have Matt Walsh blathering on about the indecency of yoga pants. And HuffPost is out there talking about dildos.
Yeah.
And between the two, I'll be completely honest, the dildo factory is far more interesting.
I'm still trying to figure out the entire... I don't really understand the yoga pants thingamajig.
They're indecent, don't you know?
Are they?
Yeah. Well, if they're too tight, I'm not going to comment on what kind of undergarments you have to wear.
Boxers.
I'm being decent.
Boxers.
You're a male.
Oh, camel toe?
Cute. Never mind. I'm not doing this. I promised myself I wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh, and of course, back to because this is less objectionable, go figure. At the bottom of this, you know how they'll put in the little feature things. The advertising are also on HuffPost. They have a photo collection, porn stars without their makeup.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's shocking. Like, not in a... You know what I mean. You look at them and you think, oh, good God, they look like so normal. And then, boom! But, yeah, putting the HuffPost article in the chat. Not safe for work, which isn't a concern for us because, we're on late at night, so who cares?
Yeah, and, as long as you're not, up at work doing this, you should be fine.
Baragon,
Wow.
I really, oh dear. Anybody who listens to this show live and does not go to the chat at ftrradio.com/chat, you're doing it wrong.
You're missing out.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we do let you know some of the stuff, but this is like gold. I've seen some yoga pants so tight and sheer you could tell whether or not she had bleached her anus. Who does that? Ew. That would hurt. Just saying.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one who used to write porn, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, so, here, hang on a second. So, Duke, what do you think about this?
The empty chair is back.
Well, I think that, when you look at how some people wear their yoga pants, I'm pro yoga pants.
He's pro
I'm
yoga
pro
pants.
yoga pants.
Yeah, the question was mentioned in the chat. How does Tom know this? And I'm going to only say one simple phrase. Porn is currency. Especially in the world of, computer geekdom.
I was going to say that, Tom was, may his wife rest in peace. Tom was married.
No,
So
no,
maybe-
I would never in a million years actually suggest that he knows that because of his marriage.
Okay.
I'll stick with my computer geekdom.
And Tom, don't be mad at me, please.
The porn is currency, or at least it had
that's
been
true.
in the past. So, yeah, it's rough, but
So I can't look at my little niece and nephew now without thinking of $18 trillion in debt. Pretty sure I need a vacay. Potamus, if that is, yes, you need a vacation.
yeah, unfortunately, you can't afford one in this economy.
Which is why
Thank you, Obama.
Which is why I'm still on my computer, not going out and spending money on an Apple. Which I almost did tonight.
Urban Dictionary is the source of the questionable information.
I had somebody say to me that they didn't believe that something was real because it was not on Urban Dictionary.
Do these people understand that anybody can put anything in Urban Dictionary?
Oh, of course.
Okay. The number of individuals that I know, or at least used to know, that have placed definitions for themselves in Urban Dictionary is mind-blowing. Yes.
Duke, have
Egotism, if nothing else, is alive and well.
Duke, have you put in a definition for yourself in Urban Dictionary? Well, I tried, but they wouldn't let me do a trademark on bourbon on the rocks. They said that there were too many other people who had that.
Oh.
He's really going to hate me after the show.
Yes, he is. And I'm the one who needs the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Because I'm the evil 1% twin sister, and it's just really hurtful. You're picking on my precious brother.
You started it.
I just said the empty chair. You ran with it.
He's
really gonna... John Stewart is not the only news source. This is filed under if I had. an Urban Dictionary entry for myself. One of my relatively private claims to fame is, yes, I was asked to appear on the Jon Stewart Show, The Daily Show. I was. I'd have to hunt it down in my emails. One day I'll do that and screenshot
I
it.
vaguely remember this.
Yeah, I said no. Because, well, let's see. 1, I am conservative. 2, I am female. 3, I know why Jon Stewart would want me on his show, or his producer would. Because 4, Jon Stewart lives to utterly and completely ridicule conservatives, and when given the chance, women. And I did not really see the upside to publicly humiliating myself and paying for the privilege, because, you know, they don't give you airfare or anything to go there. No, they expect you to just show up. So I'd have to pay to fly to New York and pay ludicrously high amounts of money to stay in a hotel somewhere and show up to be ridiculed on air and possibly get a few minutes of fame out of it, but more likely than not have a lot of people question my judgment and professionalism. Ooh, that's a tough call. What do you think, Taylor? You think I made the right choice?
I think that you made a mistake in turning him down.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because then I would have actually watched the show.
Oh.
And I could have seen you, not necessarily live and in person, but I could have seen you, you know, on TV.
Honestly?
Moving, connecting, you know, motions with faces. Or would you have gone up there and said, the only way that I'm going to be on this is if you let me be behind a screen?
No.
And okay.
No. Honestly? That's like totally selfish on your part. We'll point that out first.
Right.
But I did see the segment that they did end up settling on.
Mm-hmm.
It was some other conservative woman, and honestly, I don't remember who it is, which tells you that, yeah, I probably made the right choice. She made a fool of herself.
Oh.
She really did. And in all honesty, I mean, she was bright and bubbly and all of that, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, they wouldn't have been real happy with me. Because I couldn't have pulled that off.
You would have... Let me guess, that would have been the last episode of Jon Stewart on Comedy Central, because you would have ripped his head off.
Probably. Probably. I am not sure that I could turn off the snark. And you know that most likely, if I had been foolish enough to go and make the decision to be on that show in the first place, I probably would have spent a great deal of time before the show speaking with 3 gentlemen. Because, inspiration.
Leduc, Schlichter, Fingers.
Schlichter. And no, I'm sorry, Fingers. I love him dearly, but he's too funny sometimes. And not in a dark and evil sort of way. Exactly. Cruiser is far darker and more evil when he wants to be. So, yeah, I would have definitely been using those 3 men as inspiration and would have, well, brought a whole other idea to the set of the Daily Show. I have a sneaking suspicion it would have made it to the editor's floor. That's all. It would have been, they would have been like, let's go back to the drawing board and find some airheaded conservative woman.
See what that Ann Coulter's doing.
Wow, you just didn't miss a beat, did you?
No.
Wow.
She's too sarcastic these days.
This is
Well, she's been too sarcastic for about, I don't know, let's see, we're in 2015 now, right?
true. Yeah.
She's been too sarcastic since 2001.
Yeah, the suggestion on the floor is just become a regular on Red Eye. I can't do that either. I mean, I love Greg Gutfeld, don't get me wrong. I can't do the whole
Leg chair?
Fox. Yeah, I can't do the leg chair. Not that I don't have the legs. I have the legs. I inherited them from my mother, if nothing else, and she ended up on the front of a corporate magazine because of it. They actually got a picture of her that was all leg because the skirt got hiked up quite a bit. And that was back in the 60s when they used to wear the short shifts, you know, like Jackie Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she was all leg and high heels, and yeah, she had it, and I definitely inherited her legs. So, yeah, I've got the legs. I just don't have that. I'm willing to sit there with the legs and wait patiently to be recognized for all of maybe 3 minutes throughout the whole show and say something that is, well, patently predictable.
Patently.
Not happening. Not happening. I end up flying off the cuff too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't work there. I wish I could borrow Jedediah's red dress. Red isn't a good color for me. It really isn't. Not anymore. When I was younger, maybe.
When you were dressing up like Betsy Ross?
Hell no. Really? He will not let me live that down.
You bring that up.
No.
I mean, are you getting texts from Duke?
No, I'm not. I'm getting Twitter messages. But,
From Duke?
No. No. No, basically just the typical retweets, etc. Because of my bot status on the Twitter, which is a good thing, by the way.
Your bot status on the Twitter?
My bot status on the Twitter.
You bought Twitter?
No, B-O-T. I am a bot.
Oh.
I am electronic. I answer people when they go and say things to me, but if they're retweeting me and all of that, not so much. And if they're rude or crude or whatever, I don't reply to them. For the record, Prairie Dog, yes, my legs go all the way from the floor to my ass, just saying. But that's basic anatomy. Anyway, yeah, I'll reply to people.
Yes, you do. Sometimes in bitstrip form. Okay, sometimes to me.
New York Times
Yes.
breaking Mitt Romney, Jeb Bush. Jomny Rush or something. That's what it will become. We'll just mash them together.
If we're going to get into that, then since it is the bottom of the hour, we should probably take our break. And then, of course, while we take our break, play the kid.
Yeah. I'm only going to say one thing. Yeah, a Meb Bomney Jit Rush. Yeah. That pretty much covers it.
I have no idea what you said.
I just mixed both of their names.
Okay. Gotcha.
Switching them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mixing them together, that doesn't make it any better.
It's
it
like
makes
Santorum
it much worse.
It's like Santoro V.
Yeah, exactly. So, now I have to go and find, break. That would be a good thing. Oh, here we go.
Well, you know what part of it's going to be.
Yeah, I know, but go and promote something that isn't promoted all that often. The hugging more. Yeah, hugging more. So, We'll be back.
This is Herman Cain, and you are listening to FTR Radio.
We want to welcome Michael Moore.
Huggingmore.com.
Ah, there you go.
Huggingmore.com.
What I want to be known as the guy who was awakened from a sleepwalking liberalism. And I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me on policy. What I care about is that you have the freedom in this country to live your life as a free, rugged individualist.
He is one of my favorite capitalists. I want to give him a hug.
FTR Radio. It's like a wet t-shirt contest for the mind. Wrap yourself around that statement for a bit. FTR Radio. Online at FTRradio.com.
This is the Pint-Sized Pundit, and I'm here to tell you that anything Taylor says on the right war is his opinion and his opinion only. He does not speak for his employees, his employer's employer, or anyone else. He especially does not speak for my mom unless she says so.
Don't yell at me.
We're back, and I have my twin brother, so I'm happy. Maybe.
So the chair is no longer full or empty.
Empty. The empty chair has been filled. And yes, Taylor was being you in your absence, Duke. You will want to listen.
He didn't do this. The 19th Amendment, the right of the citizens of the United States to vote, shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any other state on account of sex. Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. What that means is that women could vote.
Yes.
We have to repeal that.
Why?
Well, I was just breaking down some numbers last month. Liz, you people with ovaries, voted for Barack Obama. Numbers of around 72% in the 18 to 49 range.
So?
What am I supposed to do? Get a bunch of people like Taylor to have sex changes to balance that out?
No. You're supposed to get to this stupid dickwad conservative men to stop talking like they give a shit about what happens to the women's ovaries in the first place.
I don't care.
Exactly. You don't care, but these jackasses that you're putting up for office do.
Not me. If I'm not playing ping pong with the ovaries, I don't care what it is. That doesn't matter to me. Just saying.
Yeah, you just have to tell Huckabee and Santorum to sit the fuck down. Just saying.
Listen.
Go away. Go away. Go play in a sandbox somewhere. Leave us alone.
Rick Santorum of your state, the great state of Pennsylvania.
He ain't with us anymore.
Lost? Oh, he left Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
he's been gone.
Here.
Where do you move to?
Texas.
Oh, well, so he'll lose by 12 points there. He lost by 19 points in his re-election bid for a third term in 2006.
Yeah, I know. I laughed hysterically when he sat there and cried.
Ah, well, I mean, it was a touching moment. He only thought he was going to lose by 17. So I didn't know that. I thought maybe Santorum Huckabee. Let me get something clear here. Liz, I talked to you yesterday. I thought that you were supposed to do the thing that I said on the show with the snark. I wasn't supposed to be on this show.
No, you said first that you were going to be on this show, and then you started talking to me about the snark thing, but you forgot about both.
I know I did. Okay, so this
bonus points.
Okay, listen. What did I tell you yesterday? I told you I have a cheap $3.99 assistant, right? All right, and did I tell you this?
No, you didn't. That's the one thing you didn't tell me.
I told you about Eva.
No.
Here, listen. She'll say hello here.
Good evening, Master. How has your day been?
See? That is my assistant. If it doesn't go into the Gmail, all right, it doesn't register in my noggin. All right, so yeah, I blew both today.
Yeah, because it was verbal as opposed to written word in the Gmail.
If I would have been thinking about it, because Wednesdays I of course produce Splintered Caucus on FTR Radio, the show that precedes this one, and we always do a post show.
Okay.
So I would have never agreed to do Wednesday.
Okay.
But I mean, I think I would have remembered that because I've been doing that show now about a year, so I think that's ingrained in the memory bank.
Who knows? Hey, I forget things all the time, so I can't cast stones.
So what did Taylor in my...
Who are you people again?
Said. That's Taylor, you prick. So what was it that I was saying today?
It was yesterday.
No. What was Taylor saying today while he filled the seat?
Oh, the spandex.
Oh, yeah.
It was either sending it to Matt Walsh or sending it to some for-profit person in California who shall not be mentioned at all.
CJ. CJ.
CJ Barrymore?
Yes.
No chance. No. His first and last initials are CJ.
Colonel Johnson?
Exactly.
Wow. Oh, no, okay. Oh, as Jeff said, the Red Menace. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He who shall not be named.
Is it? Okay.
He has now been lifted to the level of Voldemort.
Boy. Yeah, okay, I get it. No.
Well, they were calling him Darth Vader. I think Voldemort is more appropriate.
Yeah, don't insult Darth Vader. Come on.
Yeah, really. Darth Vader is too good for him. It's Voldemort.
Darth Vader was redeemed, though.
Exactly.
He was redeemed. You should really, if in Return of the Jedi, if you've never read the book version, you should. Because
I've read the book version.
Okay, yeah, where Vader is, he's sniffing flowers. He remembers a spring day with Padme. I did not understand. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know to blow you off. Yeah, okay, that's see, she's getting lippy with me now. She's jealous. She's jealous of my time.
So I actually have a question, Duke.
Go ahead.
A legitimate question.
Uh-oh.
I know that you say that you have a Commodore 64.
That is no. I actually we've upgraded across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Do not have the new mainframe yet. Hopefully that'll be ordered this weekend because I'm getting a new computer, but we have to get Windows 7 installed as opposed to the Windows 8 and or 8.1.
Okay, so he already answered one of my questions, which
Yes.
was, is it a PC or a Mac? Okay.
PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, PC, because the station equipment that we use is PC.
Right.
And we had to find... I mean, this is all inside baseball, but if you guys don't mind for a moment. We had to find a server company that actually had a Windows server.
Right.
Most server companies laugh about Windows stuff. They have
exactly
Linux or... what's the other one, Liz?
Unix,
Linux, Jackix, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had to find a company that actually does Windows, and of course they charge more because a lot of companies don't want to do anything with Windows because they screw you, Bill Gates.
Exactly.
So now, Liz, do you see why I was thinking about getting an Apple today?
Yeah,
and
I
yesterday?
know. I understand, but I'm in the same boat as Duke. Well, not exactly. I had one experience with having to deal with a Mac after, dealing with Apple computers, the 2E, back in high school. And I couldn't even get the damn mouse to function. So
you
know
work
what my
with an
answer
Apple
was?
computer every day.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you do.
Oh, my iPhone.
Yes.
No, that doesn't count. I'm sorry. It just really doesn't. So... yeah, I decided that I wasn't going to make the leap to Mac for multiple reasons, not the least of which being the massive, massive investment involved. But if I'm going to invest that much money, it's called MSI, and I'm going to get a Win 7 machine, which isn't difficult to get because, well, they're old school. They're not moving on to the 8 except for their really high-end equipment, and they have made specific software for broadcast that works well with 8. So
Does 8 work, though?
Yeah, it works.
Okay,
because I'm not talking about a cheap machine here, though, Duke. I'm talking about one that is, you buy it and you take it out of the box, you charge it, you open it up, turn it on, and you plug in all of your server information and into the broadcast software that is already installed.
Okay.
And it will work.
Okay.
Remember, Duke, we're talking to a 1%er here.
Yeah.
Oh, of course I know.
But it's not cheap. It's more expensive than the Mac to do that.
I didn't even get
so
sausage
I'm not doing that.
for the holidays. You would have thought at least a sausage basket instead of a couple cookies.
Oh, stop it.
So, yeah, okay. The reason why I said that was because, of course, in my duties here as executive director of FTR Radio, I help people out occasionally set stuff up, and this is what I have found: the setup that we have works wonderfully. Microsoft Sound components, the station software, and then Skype. They all play nice on 7 and Home Pro, all that. You get up to the 8 to the 8.1, all of a sudden, shit gets bitchy. And I was just helping out from, not legal instruction, labor union report. Peter List, a couple weeks ago, tried to set something up. Spent a Saturday, about an hour and a half on the phone with him. He had Windows 8.1. I was trying to go based off this. It was a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Gates should be tortured.
Oh, definitely.
Waterboarded. He should probably have to watch the Dallas Stars with Taylor.
Exactly. Well, you have to understand that the Win 8 system that I was talking about that is mostly made by MSI, but there's somebody else who goes and installs software and shit into it before you get it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Taylor, is that a tech?
Yes, that is
the
a
Win
technical
8.
term.
All right.
Yeah, the Win 8 sort of kind of gets an override. And the sound system, the Microsoft Sound,
Okay, yeah, that makes
is Win 7 running on Win 8.
This is
how they get around it.
Okay, all right. This is what Tom Barragon, when we first started doing some investigating with this, this is what Tom Barragon here of FTR Radio told me. He said, just wait for 10. And I said, it's so bad they're skipping 9? Is that how bad it is with MS?
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically what we need to do. We need to blow up Microsoft. Taylor,
That sounds like a plan.
Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, you're with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, well, you're the closest one to California. Go do it.
They're in Washington.
Microsoft's
State.
in D.C.? Oh, Washington.
Yeah,
Hey, you're still
Washington State.
You're still the closest.
But he's still closer.
Yeah.
And you've been to Seattle.
Well, that's true. I used to live there.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I remember seeing you at a couple Pearl Jam concerts. So just head up there.
I wasn't there for that. I was there for 6 months, okay? I went to a Pearl Jam concert and kind of stayed.
Are you the one that actually loaded the gun for Kurt?
Yes.
Knew it. Because he met you at a bar and he was talking about this bitch back home called Courtney, and you're like, here, dude. Go knock it
Yeah,
out.
but I was going to have him use it for something else.
Oh.
Not for him.
Yeah. You see, it's the old joke, that the comedian's like, you know what? The guy, Mark David Chapman, who shot Lennon, if only he'd pointed 5 feet to the left.
Oh, God. We would have been so much happier.
5 feet to the left. Not only would John would be like, saying, I'll parole him.
Yeah, really.
I'm really happy you played my disclaimer before all this started.
You haven't even said anything, so...
I admitted to be the one who gave Kurt the gun. I think that's admitting to something.
I don't think anybody believes it. Anyway.
I believe it.
Well, of course you do.
I believe it. Taylor's always seems low key, but it's always a low key, guys. You got to watch out for.
You know,
Duke, there's something I want to ask.
Hang on a second, because this goes in line with what Duke was talking about. I actually once had somebody say to me back in high school, Taylor, you will either be one of the richest men in the world, or you're going to kill the president.
Well, get on that, dear.
No.
I had to say it.
What she meant for the NSA listening is becoming rich. That is what she meant. Oh, dear God.
Oh, come on, Tom. You know I'm terrible.
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
In other news, how do you feel about Tom Brady right about now, Duke?
Why are you trying to make Scranton's favorite the top guy? Don't do that to the country. Damn it, from Pennsylvania? Damn it.
Give me a break, Duke. Really.
Seriously, what's it with you? What you inbreeders from Pennsylvania? It's like everybody in Pennsylvania.
We're all weird.
Seriously?
I didn't specify what I meant. You were right. Get rich. Because then we don't have to worry about, upgrading FTR. We could just.
You just basically buy a server and customize it. That's what Tom always says. Like, if we had the money, we just buy a server, customize it, and put flowers and candy in it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, like I was saying, how do you feel about Tom Brady right about now?
He's a Michigan man. Michigan man. Listen, you know what? Okay, I don't watch the NFL too much anymore because Roger Goodell is the devil. And Roger Goodell was the devil in 2006, long before any of this crap came down the pike, because of him dicking with the damn Thanksgiving Day game and threatening to pull it from Detroit and Dallas because people were like, how come they're always the ones that do it? So, well, we started it in 1934. Shut up. You were bitching when we did it, and all of a sudden then, what's his name from Kansas City's complaining, and Goodell's a brand new commissioner, and that's the first thing you're going to do? I mean, thank God the Ford family here in Detroit owns a Lions, and Bill Ford Jr. went into a meeting with Goodell, put him over a table, and said, hi, I control advertising for an automotive company. The other two, they're friends of mine. You want us to pull all the advertising from the NFL? You're going to pull this shit. And he did. God, he's such a D-bag. Okay, but anyway. So I don't watch NFL too much anymore, but listen, guys, Tom Brady's got, 3 or 4 rings? He doesn't need to deflate a ball. Okay? He doesn't need to.
Now, I'm not going to play the audio because we don't have much time left, but I'm going to tell you all, if you haven't seen it yet, you need to find and now I'm looking for it and I can't find it. But let's see if I can find the title. I know I can. The commercial that was done by folks here in the Berg, benstonium.com. Yeah. Let's see, where is it? They were doing a video for a new form of Cialis.
Oh.
New England Patriots Cialis commercial.
Oh, come on, guys.
Seriously, it's a very good commercial.
Oh, dear God. Tom Brady doesn't need... Listen, Tom Brady doesn't have deflated balls. He's got Giselle Bundchen or whatever. Say her name, Taylor. You know what her name is.
Giselle?
Giselle
Bundchen.
There you
Yeah, there you go.
I could tell Taylor's already checked.
Bundchen.
Taylor's checked out. He just wants to go to the barbecue down the street.
Yeah, he's waiting for that brisket that's coming in 2 weeks at the Abbott inaugural.
That was on Tuesday.
Or on Tuesday, sorry.
What is it with down in Texas that you guys do the inaugural so late?
They don't do it late. Wolf was inaugurated here. on Tuesday.
Oh, wow, that's weird, because most places that I know of or been to, it's been, it was first of the year, January 1st.
Well,
No,
because we're so
few.
used to our governors being elected president that we put ours late so that, we're not overlapping.
Right.
Well, I did support Governor Perry in 2012. That did not...
Oh, quit laughing. You're mean. The little red phone button is getting really tempting, darling.
Okay, anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, he should not be president.
Well, I mean, I support. I'm kind of leaning towards Walker now, just because it's a short drive over to Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Plus, there's nothing like seeing him and Paul Walker hug and dance.
See, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell
Paul
is
Walker's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Same thing.
Yeah. Paul Ryan looks like my cousin. Just saying. Anyway, so it's really creepy when people go and get all swoony about him. I'm like, ew. Looks like my cousin. Ew.
Hey, you're from Pennsylvania. That's natural.
No, it isn't.
It is too.
No.
You're from Pennsylvania, Liz.
We're not all inbred.
Well, Joe Biden begs to differ.
Oh, God.
And Joe Biden knows everything because he mind melded with Al Gore, and Al Gore invented the internet.
Well, that is true.
So, yeah, there was that mind meld going on there. He knows all the things,
and
it's a big effing deal.
Who can blame him?
Maybe I need to talk to Joe Biden about finding a date, because he sure does seem to have a way with women.
Dude, stellar. Oh, he is stellar.
Yeah.
JB on the march, man. I mean, you believe if he wasn't married to Jill right now? Oh, Washington's most eligible bachelor. God, he'd be hanging out in front of the Obama Girls' School, that high school, the private school.
Going for the 18-year-olds?
Yeah, 17, 18-year-old girls be coming out.
Going for the 18-year-olds who are legal?
Hell yeah.
Oh, no. He's the vice president. He doesn't have to worry about if they're legal or not.
Listen, Biden.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to avoid us getting into even more trouble.
Listen, Biden watched The Girls Next Door, and he was looking at Hugh Hefner going, I want that.
And seriously, I'm sorry, but I don't worry too much about whether or not these people will follow laws, because isn't it going down in history as the most lawless administration?
Until Taylor gets elected.
Really?
That's what I'm telling everybody.
Hey, you were named after presidents.
Hell yeah.
After 3 presidents, yes I was.
Yeah. And I think most of them were from Ohio.
See, it's better than me, because I was just named after 2 queens.
And a founding mother.
No, 2 queens in Brooklyn.
Oh.
I even cracked myself up on that one.
You love me so much, dude. I swear.
2 queens in Brooklyn.
Oh, good God.
Oh, I tell you what. There is nothing like making me laugh.
Only one was from Ohio, by the way.
Oh, was that only one?
Yes, only one.
Such a boring name. I thought they'd all be from Ohio.
No.
Damn.
No.
What the hell? Well, you know what? You should have bumped up to be 2 queens from Brooklyn.
Well, I can't get everything right.
Okay, granted. I apologize, Taylor. This is your show. I apologize. Humbly, I apologize.
Well, see, I'm the one with the 3 names because, the 1%er. I was also named after a deity, so whatever.
Oh, okay. So was John
Deity?
Huh?
No, Brodigan's his own deity. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, the deity of poop.
The deity in question would be Jesus.
Oh.
because I was named Christine purely because I was born right after
Around
Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
So Christ.
Okay.
So there you go. Stupid trivia about Liz that nobody wants to know.
Well, they learned that, they had somebody. I had somebody say to me that I'd either be one of the richest men in the world, or I'd kill the president.
Right. Well, we've had so much fun here tonight. Tomorrow night we get to go and try to behave ourselves because we have what? Everybody loves pie. And we have to be good, because if not, then Mr. Kibbe will jump all over somebody's head, more likely than not mine. So...
yeah, no more fights with Jason, please.
Yeah, no, we're allowed to have debates. We just don't say really bad things. Freedom Works Night tomorrow night. Right. So thank you, Duke. Thank you, Taylor. Good night, folks.
Be on time next time, Duke.